Oh my. Dragon Ball Daima Episode 10 has shattered the misconception that the series is just a side story or filler-like spin-off. The Dragon Ball franchise has always thrived on its rich lore, blending martial arts fantasy, cosmic mythology, and divine hierarchies. But with Dragon Ball Daima, the series has evolved into something far deeper, an ocean of lore where ancient myths, forgotten realms, and untold histories rise to the surface, reshaping the narrative we thought we knew. Episode 10 showed everyone that it's not a series to be ignored or taken very lightly. It's some serious business that every Dragon Ball fan needs to pay attention to. It delivered a monumental revelation that redefined the cosmic lore of the entire Dragon Ball multiverse. For years, fans have speculated about how the universes came into existence, who created them, and how the Supreme Kais were chosen to maintain balance. Episode 10 didn't just answer these questions, it expanded the mythos in ways that could reshape the entire franchise. This episode didn't just raise the stakes, it pulled back the veil on the creation of the universes themselves, revealing the ancient forces responsible for existence, the formation of the Supreme Kai hierarchy, and the ultimate truth about the gods of creation and destruction. Episode 10 of Daima exemplifies this perfectly. The setting of the second demon world, a vast, mystical ocean, serves as a metaphor for Daima itself, limitless, mysterious, and brimming with hidden depths. Just as Goku and his companions find themselves navigating an endless sea filled with dangers and secrets, so too are viewers plunged into a narrative where every wave reveals new facets of Dragon Ball's expansive universe. Before we dive into this great episode, are you ready to dive even deeper into the epic lore of Dragon Ball Daima and beyond? Join Hype's World, the ultimate Dragon Ball Discord server where passionate fans gather to discuss the latest episodes, theories, and everything Dragon Ball related. Join through the link in the description and be part of the most dynamic Dragon Ball community out there. The episode starts with Majin Buu challenging Tamagami number 1 for a fight to claim the 1-star Dragon Ball. Arinzu acts as a spectator in this fight as she wants to see just how strong the new Majin she created, Majin Buu, is. Tamagami number 1 asks Majin Buu if he's sure to take him on, but Buu pretty confidently says yes. As the fight starts, Majin Buu takes a step back and starts doing some weird fighting poses. Sure, it does remind me of the Ginyu Force, but it looks even more lame. Majin Buu strikes Tamagami number 1, but none of his attacks seem to do any damage to the Dragon Ball Guardian. He swiftly dodges and blocks every single attack of Majin Buu. Majin Buu decides to hit him with a ki blast, but number 1 cancels the blast by slicing it down to 0. As the smoke clears, Tamagami number 1 stands firm as if Buu isn't even worth a challenge. This clash subtly hints at a fascinating power hierarchy among the Tamagami Guardians. Given that Tamagami number 1 seems almost invincible, it raises questions about the numerical system governing their rankings. Could it be that their numerical order directly correlates to their strength and status? We've already seen Tamagami number 3, who seemed relatively weaker in comparison. If this theory holds true, then Tamagami number 1 might truly be the strongest among them, representing an insurmountable obstacle on the path to collecting the Dragon Balls. Meanwhile, Goku and the others reach Warp's location to go out of the third demon world. At the transit point, Shin once again uses his magic to make Goku's ears look pointy to make him look like a resident of the demon realm. This also kinda confirms that there's no way Warp would let you go if you're not a demon. This means Vegeta and Bulma, when they enter the demon realm, should also have their ears turned pointy, but that's probably in some deleted drafts which might never see the light of day. Glorio tells Warp the pin number, but Warp doubts them operating the Gendarmerie's plane. Pansy assures them that they are a part of the Gendarmerie, so Warp lets them go. Glorio was about to enter the second demon world entry gate, but Shin stops him to go directly to the first demon world instead, since they have the Gendarmerie's plane who have the authority to travel to the first world. But that would stop Goku from collecting the Dragon Balls, as he needs the Dragon Balls to return to his normal state. Glorio supports Goku's decision. We clearly know why Glorio's on Goku's side here, since he has a secret agenda to fulfill with the Dragon Balls. Maybe it's all to fulfill Arinzu's dream of becoming the Supreme Demon King, or Glorio's own wish. Whatever the end goal may be, Glorio wants to ensure that Goku collects all 3 Dragon Balls. However, Goku is worried about Dende. Shin assures him Gomah mustn't be planning to kill him. He's probably going to use him for something else, as Namekians are quite valuable. Back in the third demon world, we see Vegeta's gang who finally got back their plane, heading to the second demon world following Goku. Bulma adores her skin, while Piccolo tells Vegeta that even if they take back Dende to Earth, the Dragon Balls would still be unusable for a while, as Dende is a baby now. Even Vegeta agrees that using Dragon Balls of the demon realm to restore them to their adulthood might just be the best idea. Sure, of course it would be the best idea. Times like this is why I really wish there existed a planet other than Earth that would have these same 7 wish-granting orbs as Earth. Or maybe 2 small wish-granting orbs in another corner of the galaxy. But oh well. It seems like Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and even the writers forgot about the existence of planet Namek. Hypus compliments Bulma's skin by calling it smooth. Bulma agrees and says it's better this way if she doesn't try to become an adult again. Hypus asking out out Bulma in this scene has gotta be the most random thing I've ever seen. This obviously infuriates Vegeta as he bursts out at Hybus, informing him to stop this nonsense as they're already married, but Hybus doesn't really mind if Bulma's already married. This again pisses Vegeta off. Hybus also tells Bulma that she married a guy with a funny hairstyle when he himself has just one hair as his hairstyle. Bulma tells Vegeta to leave her out while making the wish to be an adult again, but Vegeta wants her to become an adult too. Hybus comments that Vegeta likes Bulma's big boobies, which is why he wants her to turn back into an adult. Even Piccolo thinks he's right. This moment perfectly captures the comedic essence of Dragon Ball, where even the most serious and battle-hardened warriors can't escape a moment of levity. The entire scene is a masterclass in comedic timing, showing off the wonderful growing dynamics between the characters. Vegeta's protective, almost over-the-top reaction to Hybus' flirtation with Bulma adds a layer of humor to his usual brooding, no-nonsense attitude. His frustration with Hybus' blatant disregard for his marriage is something fans of the series can immediately connect to. Vegeta's jealousy, after all, has always been a major aspect of his character, albeit usually in a more serious context. This unexpected outburst, however, serves as a hilarious, humanizing moment for Vegeta that will likely become a fan-favorite scene. Meanwhile, in the first Demon World, Majin Ku charges at Tamagami number 1 with a barrage of ki blasts, but he shields himself against them. Ku then launches a tornado attack at number 1, but he dodges it quite efficiently and catches Majin Ku off guard, only to throw him away. It's very evident that Tamagami number 1 is taking this fight too casually. He doesn't feel the need to use his strength on someone like Majin Ku who doesn't deserve it. Majin Ku again does some funny poses while landing a strike on Tamagami number 1. It seems like this Majin is nothing but a gag character placed in the story for nothing serious but to carry the fun element. Tamagami number 1 is unfazed while Majin Ku gives it his all to move him the slightest. On the other side, Goku and the gang finally arrive in the second Demon World. I can't tell you how good it feels to see green skies after seeing the pink sky over the last few weeks. We're finally out of the third Demon World. The air in the second world isn't heavy so they can fly faster without getting tired. Glorio also mentions that Tamagami number 2 is nearby, so they should be there in no time. This raises a question. Just how much does Glorio know about the Demon World? Even though he was born in the third Demon World and later got employed by someone in the first world, to have the location of the Tamagami in the second world, the knowledge of air pressure in the other worlds, it all just goes to show that Glorio or Rinzu have been planning this out quite well. He even knows about the Krakens that existed while Shin and the other Glins still inhabited the second world. Just then, the Gendarmerie army attacks them from behind. Glorio tries to counterattack, but he's not very used to the plane and its weapons, so he misses the targets. The Gendarmerie manages to damage Goku's plane, forcing it to barely be able to fly. Goku then gets out of the plane and defeats every one of the enemy planes alone. We also get a little homage to DBS Broly and DBS manga Moro arc as we see Goku covering the windshield of the plane. This entire sequence of Goku destroying the Gendarmerie with his power pole is so well done. The storyboard, the setting, the animation, everything's just top notch in this scene. Gomah watches all this unfold on his monitor screens. He orders Degasu to gather all Gendarmerie to the first Demon World before it's too late. I guess we aren't too far away from the climax of the series now. The Kraken attacks Goku's ship as they were flying too low. It attempts to eat them alive along with the plane. It grabs the plane with its tentacles in an attempt to crush it well before putting it inside its mouth. Everyone gets out of the plane saving their lives while leaving behind all their belongings. However, Pansy then remembers the Dragon Ball, so she goes back into the plane to get it back. Gomah is surprised to see them make it out alive of the Kraken. Meanwhile, Majin Ku admits his defeat against Tamagami number 1. Rinzu decides to fire him, but he tries to convince her that he's pretty strong too. Back in the second world, Goku's gang waits for Vegeta and the others to arrive while they explore Namekian's original planet. Goku, as usual, feels hungry, so he eats one of the revive bugs he bought that restores his strength to maximum and fills his stomach. Goku senses Vegeta's presence nearby, so he flies off to receive them and saves them from the Kraken's attack. Upon landing on planet Namek, Piccolo tells Goku that he was born after his father escaped the Demon Realm, but he feels a strong sense of familiarity in that environment. Bulma learns Shin's true name is Naher and asks him about the story of how he left the Demon Realm. He tells her that it's a very long story, but in short, a Super Majin Raimus created the universes and assigned a few Glins to look over those universes as Supreme Kais. He goes into detail while explaining the history of Namekians, the creation of the universe, and what led to the Demon Realm being what it is now. But we'll discuss it in another video in detail as it's too much for this one. The gang then flies off to fight Tamagami number 2, and the episode ends with Neva the Namek walking towards Goku and the others. The next episode, titled Legend, shows Vegeta finally in action against Tamagami number 2. Guess it'll be pretty exciting to watch, huh? Gotta say, episode 10 has taken the series to a whole new level, pushing the boundaries of what we thought we knew about the franchise. This episode not only delivered action-packed sequences and character dynamics, but also enriched the cosmic lore of Dragon Ball in ways that left fans reeling. The deeper exploration of the Demon Realm, the mysterious Tamagami Guardian, and the revelation about the creation of the universes has elevated the story into something much more profound. From Goku's relentless pursuit of the Dragon Balls to Vegeta's hilarious outburst over Hybe's flirting with Bulma, the episode strikes a perfect balance between humor, lore, and intense action. The connections to previous Dragon Ball arcs like the Namekian's origins and the creation of the universes add layers of complexity that will undoubtedly have a lasting impact on the future of the series. And with the arrival of new characters and the looming showdown with Tamagami number 2, it's clear that Dragon Ball Daima is setting up for an unforgettable climax. What did you think of episode 10? Did the lore expansion surprise you? Are you excited to see how the story unfolds? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth reviews and updates. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.